Hey, everybody. Welcome to Overshadowed, another actually the only podcast about the siblings and spouses of people who changed the world. This week we have Rick the Trash Man, Scott with us.
Hey, Erik Scott.
Erik Scott.
For the layman and the gayman.
Ooh, and the gayman. Happy June.
Happy June, everybody, for the gayman. Yep.
God.
Come soon, June. That's what they call me.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're talking about Tom Cruise and his siblings. So we're gonna dive into that soon.
Tommy C, baby.
Erik, though, anything you want to get out of the way before we dive into Tom?
God, I'd love to dive into Tom.
I know you would.
Well, I went and saw for the second time Mission Impossible, the newest one.
Nice.
Finally, a guest does their homework.
In the biggest IMAX in the city.
Wow. Which one is that? Lincoln?
Yeah, by the
Nice.
I
AMC.
think in
up by-
June
That
it's
one's
called
awesome.
GuyMax.
IMAX.
IMAX.
It was the second time I saw it because the first time I stayed up all night the night before filming a music video for a Tom Cruise rap I wrote.
Yeah, that was a great rap.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I recorded that like 2 years ago.
Wow.
You may be the most qualified for a topic since Mahdi read that whole Van Gogh book.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I think you're the most qualified to talk about this
Can
guy.
we drop in my song?
Oh, yeah,
Please,
right, yeah.
I would love
We're going to
to.
drop the song.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be our intro music.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. It's
Yeah.
only like a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went and saw.
We'll cut it.
I went and saw that, and it was because I was like kind of dozing off the first time I saw it because I was just beat.
Yeah.
So I had to see it again. It was great. But listen to this big news. When I was going from the train to the theater, I was walking up the stairs, and there's this like pretty hot woman in front of me, and she was walking up the stairs, and her little dress blew up, and I saw her puss.
Whoa!
I saw her back puss.
Whoa, Mission
Wow.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you choose to accept it.
Yeah, wow. I've never
It
seen
is dangerous.
that's rare.
Yeah.
That is
The
rare.
whole cat
Was it
and caboodle.
rare or was it cooked?
It was tartare.
Nice.
But yeah,
Sashimi.
I don't know if it didn't look like there might not have been any underwear, or if it was, it's a thin line.
Yeah,
down, a
very
thin blue line.
red line.
And yeah, it was awesome. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, man, women are awesome. Like that can really like make my day. And then just thinking how little that would do / make bad day for if like my
Yeah.
balls,
Oh my-
if like a woman like saw the back of my balls.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah, air blew through a grate and she just sees your
It's
nut.
like, oh, but I'm like, all these girls I know, my girlfriend included, will like change, like just not thinking, like will just change in front of their windows.
Yeah.
And
saw that literally yesterday.
yeah, and I was like,
I stopped.
and I tell her all the time, I'm like, you do not know how like much if someone sees that like a straight guy, how much it will like make their day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Do
you
think
were doing
homeless
an
guys
episode
on the street, or because they always $1. Hey man, can I see a titty?
Dude, I wanted to start a
Just give
YouTube
me
channel
one
called like Flashing the Homeless.
Yeah,
I feel like that might be good.
right.
Yeah, that would calm them
And
down.
Might forget.
Start
that-
giving them telescopes so they can look into windows.
Yeah, they're gonna be outside all day. They might as well
Yeah,
Yeah,
begging Tom.
get a peek.
Do you think would Flashing the Homeless as like a video series, would that be considered insensitive? Could people get mad at me?
I think initial reaction would be.
I think if the people aren't hot enough, yes.
The homeless
The
people?
flashers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You got to get primo.
Well, yeah, but
Tits.
and like also I'd probably like I'd give them some money if they're gonna be on
Yeah.
camera. But also it's literally just for like morale. Like it would.
Yeah, I think if it's because that shows consent. No one
Or-
flashes against their will.
Or you could go, do you want $10 or to see this lady's tits? And then you always give them the money,
Sure.
but just to see what they say
Ooh,
would be
wow.
funny. And could
Like
be devastating
in,
also to the woman,
Yeah.
which would be fun.
Oh wow.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
know.
Do you want
For
this bag-
$10?
Do you want this bag of heroin?
Yeah.
Or, but yeah, so I saw Puss in the Wild.
Did I tell you guys?
cool.
Sorry, go ahead. I have a
that's
thing
it.
on this
Where the wild
too.
things flow.
I have
Puss?
a thought like this because this happened to me. I think I've told you this. I probably told you both this, but I think flashing or seeing a naked lady just apart is so beneficial for us, but so the opposite for others. Because this happened. Because I could like get fired and then see my girlfriend's butthole and be like, it's a pretty sweet day.
Dude.
But one day in our life of dating almost 8 years, the one time Heather saw my butthole, she made me leave the room. She's like, I can't look at you. She's like, you have to. It like ruined her
Yeah.
day. And it was I tell you how it happened.
No.
My cats, I put a whole bunch of blankets and pillows under the bed so they have like a little sleeping, fort. And I was sleeping naked, and I always wake up each morning and flip over and go like, "Hey, kitties!" But we have a standing mirror, so I got and I was like, "What's up?" And she got up and looked
she
and
saw
just
it
saw
backwards. She didn't even see
And
it.
she just wakes up and goes, "Leave! I
Yeah.
can't look at you." And I had to like be in the kitchen for a while.
You see how you're gonna die, like the witch's eye in Big Fish.
It's a nightmare catcher. It's a
your
dream catcher for the guy's dream catcher.
Is
the
it
hole in the
hairy,
balls.
your butthole? Because you're Italian.
It is hairy, but I do
Yeah.
a pretty good manicure job. That thing is yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I try
You're
to
buttscaping.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I always mentally try to beat her.
Yeah.
Cuz yeah.
That'd be kind of crazy if you didn't. Or
Yeah,
if
I'm thinking
if you did
but
beat her.
everything has got to be clean. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If she had more butt hair than you, that would be a problem.
What's
Yeah.
up with these dudes who like demand a woman be shaved?
Crazy.
Insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right now.
Yep.
Dad.
That's
Hold on. Hey, I'm just doing a podcast, but I'll call you after.
Tell him what he ask him what he thinks. Shave or unshave?
Oh, it's $500 a month.
It's a split the OnlyFans that
Yeah. Sorry, I'll call you after.
Charles and his dad use.
All right, love you.
Love you.
real quick on the topic of you seeing Heather's butthole and like it making your day and it ruining yours. I was like sick a few weeks ago and just like really not feeling well, and I like wasn't talking to my girlfriend, and like not for any reason other than just I'm just trying to like survive. I'm on my couch all day, and she got really frustrated because she's like, I just want to help you, and like I don't know how to do that, and I'm like, well, I don't really need that much, and like I'll ask for you, and like just you being you is perfect and enough, and that doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I finally came to I'm like, yo, just like show me a boob. I'm so not kidding. And she's like, but that's like nothing. I was like, to you it's nothing.
Yeah.
To me, carrying your dresser up a flight of stairs isn't that big of a deal, but you like it.
Yes.
So it's like, don't think about you, think about what it does for me, and vice versa. If you're that like stressed about wanting to help me, a tit
Always the default.
It's always a
Yeah.
And you felt the mucus clear away.
Yeah.
You could breathe again.
It's like Claritin. Little
Yeah,
peel.
you peel off.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I have that with Heather. I'll be like, hey, can you? And she's like, show my ass. And I'm like,
Please, please.
That's like my reward.
Yeah.
Got to keep it spicy.
It's your habit stacking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if she was having a bad day and I was like, do you want to see my nuts?
They're right here.
She'd be like, oh, that would make it so much
Mine.
worse. And I go, I know. I'm like, and I'm like, don't you? It's so much easier when you could just show me a boob and I'm like over the friggin' moon.
Yeah. Love it.
I have to,
I
like-
love a FaceTime
I have
boob.
to like go upstate or something.
You have to go Apple. Yeah. We have to go to Adirondacks.
Have you
For you to
ever
be happy.
Have you ever tried, just as a goof or a day brightener for your lady, to just whip it out and do something silly with it? It feels
Yeah.
almost predatory.
Yeah.
It
she's
feels like
always-
I'm flashing her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
it'll
Like
be
I've been
my
like,
dog.
whoa, and then like, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah. I do that. I did that like yesterday. I'm
feel
like,
bad.
whoa.
Don't call the
And she's
police.
like, what the fuck?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
What?
She wouldn't say what the fuck, but I'll feel that.
Yeah.
I'll
Heather
feel like a
doesn't say- yeah.
perpetrator.
Besides the trick that I've told
It's
you
like
about.
I'm not that
Yeah.
far
That's
into
a
comedy
great
to be
one.
doing this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not
Exactly.
famous
Not
enough to
successful
be
enough. I like the
whipping it out.
tucking my dick and balls between my leg.
Yeah.
and going, hey babe, like leaning around the corner.
Have you-
And she's like, what? I'm like, have you seen my dick? I'm like, I just had it. I swear to God, I know I just had it.
Well, that's funny because she doesn't see the dick, so it's no threat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Did you
you're-
call it?
Your Honor, she didn't even see it.
Yeah.
I turn around and it's all bunched up. in there.
Like the ending of Ace Ventura.
Dude, I watched that recently.
Oh, it's crazy.
Excellent movie. So funny. Excellent. It's a very funny movie.
Yeah.
But the logic, take aside the insensitivity, the logic doesn't make any sense because it's like that was an NFL player and now it's like a
Oh,
dainty,
yeah.
small woman.
No.
It's like that
should have had to get bone surgery.
Exactly. It's like new bones.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It was a kicker for the Lions who transitioned.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Who is
sorry.
this?
This is
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura,
This-
okay.
Remember the first one where
I haven't seen him.
This
I'm
disgraced-
that bad at movies.
you should watch it.
This disgraced
Jim Carrey.
kicker
It's
Okay.
who bungled the Super Bowl, apparently went so crazy they became a woman, but their body looks nothing like a football player.
Yeah.
You know?
This
They're
is
like a
not
hot
Jim
lady.
Carrey?
No, Jim Carrey's the pet detective. in it.
Okay.
And this, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like the twist at the end is that the police chief lady
Used to be the football.
used to be the football
Oh,
player.
I
and
see.
and like this
Oh,
guy,
that's the mystery.
this guy had like a full mental break and like transitioned in order to then infiltrate the police so
Yes.
he could kidnap Dan Marino, who held the football wrong. Like it's a
It
it's
must
a
have been
long walk.
Being hard to get hired as a lady. Like,
Yeah,
did he
I'm
have
like-
to
I'm like, so-
go so far to
so-
infiltrate the police?
Yeah, so I'm like, and what's the span of time here that this person could have complete surgery that would be like knock you out for a long time.
Work their way up the ranks.
Probably be like a freaking beat cop, detective,
traffic duty,
and like
crosswalk guard
to climb all the way to the top of the Miami Police Department just so you could kill Dan Marino.
Seems like a lot of work.
I had an angry, fiery call really quick with a Miami person today. Here's a quick work tip. A lot of times, I'm calling people, but especially in this job, I'm calling a lot of front desks because the info of the decision makers are not online because it's like beauty schools. So I get a lot of angry women just hanging up on me.
Oh, you must get a lot of long-nailed ladies chewing you out.
Yeah, so then I did this.
Not today.
And then I'll call back like 5 times on my work phone just so they get pissed.
I do not have time.
And they keep hanging up. And then I call my cell phone 10 minutes later. I set a timer. And I get like a hello. I go, hey, yeah, I'm just calling about enrolling me, my brother, my cousin. Just 3, because that's like money to them. And they're like, yeah, I'm listening. I'd love to set aside time to meet. And I go, yeah, I was just calling you and you were hanging up on me. Was that on purpose or do you like to hang up on potential customers that are, what is that? Because I was referred to you by a really reliable source. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I go, yeah, it's really crazy that something that rude would turn away 3 potential. And I just hang up.
Oh,
Did
I
that
love
a few
that.
times today.
That's fun.
It's good.
And she goes, I've been here. Oh, goddamn. Damn, show up early. Not today.
Yeah.
I don't need this. I love that.
It's good.
That's great.
It's my only revenge.
Yeah. Sometimes I would actually call back and do a different voice to the receptionist.
I do that too.
I mean, hey, howdy there, sweetheart. Hello. I'm looking to enroll in beauty school.
I'm looking to talk to the owner of the house.
Bumbleclot.
So I want to dive a little bit into. Well, first of all, I have a question about TC.
Yeah, let's redeem our tickets and get on that cruise.
I should have brought my Tom Cruise coffee table book. Fuck.
Ooh, yeah. Well, here's and it might be an obvious answer, but I wonder if it's not an obvious answer.
All right.
Besides all of his accolades, I'm wondering to you, what is there anything besides his resume that drew you into loving Tom Cruise so much?
Well,
His religious affiliations.
yeah,
His couch jumps?
his general vibe.
Yeah, couch jumps. He's got some of the best couch verticals I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean,
those new turnstile things can't stop Tom.
I love the movies rock, but especially this turn. It would be post him like having his like kind of flop era. He was always doing like cool stunts and stuff, but like not in the same way where that was like his like calling card. And I love that. And he's just he's a passionate guy. He knows a fuck ton about movies
and planes.
And just cares. And he's like the hardest working guy like ever. Yeah, there's just a lot of respect there in that aspect.
Yeah, this is, by the way, a pro Tom pod. So if you came here expecting us to trash Tom, I'm sorry to disappoint.
Yeah.
Or Scientology.
Yeah, the jury's still out on. But
yeah.
I don't know. Every religion's got problems, baby.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, his sister, you want to talk about the flop era when Tom's, because that's a pretty interesting part of his life. When in like 2005, 2006, he
was coming off of War of the Worlds.
Coming off War of the Worlds. Well, he's on
that.
a press tour for War of the Worlds, and he, I don't know if he fired his publicist.
I believe, or
he just replaced. Well, I guess that'd be firing. He
go.
let Pat Kingsley go, Ben Kingsley's sister.
Really?
No.
Oh.
And a bald, evil British woman. And hired LeeAnn. What's his maiden name? Moffatter? Mopoffer? Motoffer?
I feel like
Motown?
No.
Hotown?
I feel like
Holiday
if you wouldn't have started saying the wrong things, I might have had the right one. But it's close. It's on that.
It's my disinformation.
Yeah.
And this person's a new publicist.
Well, it's his sister.
His sister is the publicist.
Who is not trained in
and
no.
Wow.
And it's like hiring Elon for the government.
Yeah.
It's totally unqualified.
Yeah, and it worked out great.
It was great. Yeah.
And just like Elon with the government, it worked out just fine.
And there was no problem.
Did you see his black eye that he had when he was announced that he was
like,
being
oh,
stepped
my
down?
Son's crazy.
He said his son.
Yeah.
I feel like Trump roughed him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody roughed him. Probably Donald Trump Jr. on a little cocaine fit.
When he's like stepping down from his like made up position, and in the press tour he wore like an all black like Doge suit, like just idiot shit, and then he had a black eye.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he said his son and him were playing, and his son hit him.
Yeah, your sons never see you. Your kids don't see you.
Yeah.
It was not your son.
Weird.
But Tommy C, he let go of his publicist, who I think really kept him because I think
kept Scientology and his personal life out of the main view.
That, and I think he's just kind of a goofy, weird guy.
Yeah. You got to be eccentric.
So
to be
the
doing
Pat-
all
very
that
eccentric.
stuff.
Pat was
Yeah.
always turning the volume down on Tom, just being like, stick to the movie, promote the movie. We do very few appearances. And then LeeAnn comes in and she's like, people want to hear about Scientology. Yeah. They want to hear you say Brooke
She's a
Shields. They want to hear you say Brooke Shields postpartum is fake.
That was a big thing.
They want to hear
Whoa,
you think
what did he
say
say?
He was talking about,
psychiatry is
like,
devil work.
Yeah, like all the medication that everyone's on is like poison and stuff, which like that argument itself I don't think would have been that controversial.
Yeah.
Like, that we're an over medicated society or whatever. But then he said,
but he had to attack the Shield.
Did he directly say Brooke Shields?
Matt Lauer brought it. So they had this
Matt
big
Lauer,
today. Yeah, he's
reliable
back.
source.
Mhm. Yeah,
Lock the door
Yeah,
behind him.
well, he forced Tom to say it after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pressed the button.
Because Brooke Shields famously came out with postpartum depression and was like open about that, and you hadn't heard too much about it. So I think he like criticized that or said like with just like the right mindset you could have gotten out of it.
Vitamins and exercise.
Something
Vitamins
dumb
and
like that.
exercise.
Yeah. Put some sun into your booty.
Where it's one of those
butthole.
things. It's like in addition to like all that stuff people say. It's like in addition to sure, it definitely will help. But like to say that like they're wrong, that was the fucked up part. But he went on Oprah. He was in love with Katie Holmes. But he's the highest paid actor in the world right now. He's just been on an unbelievable heater. He's in love with Katie Holmes, and he's just acting like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the interview?
I have.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He jumps on the couch.
Love the jump.
He kind of
Yeah.
does a Kaepernick slash. I don't know. It's almost like a Roman statue.
Yeah,
or
like-
the thinker or something. Like he goes on his knees. He's grabbing Oprah. He jumps on the couch.
And yeah, but he just
chases
seems-
Katie
and
into
for
the
a
studio.
part, it's like weird, but then it's like kind of endearing at the beginning, and then he's like, "Should I go?" Like Katie was there, but in the back, and I don't think she wanted to come out, but he like chased her around and like got her out.
Like the cameraman has to turn past like 6 corners following Tom to get
Whoa.
Katie. Like Katie's out in the parking lot, and he's like, "Come
Yeah.
on, babe."
Katie's already thinking divorce.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that-
Katie's trying to live
We
in
were
separate
talking about
homes.
this before you got here. That's one of those things where I imagine, or I've just been in such a situation where I'm like, oh, I thought we were having, I thought I was
Yeah.
being fun.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I was, but like, I don't know if the intentions were as like shitty as it came off.
Yeah, he had the giggles. Also, watching that interview, yeah, he does seem a little off and a little manic or something. But compared to like scandals that people have now
Dude.
with
Yeah.
interview, he didn't do a Roman salute.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he did all he was like super hyped about his wife.
He's
Yeah.
never.
That's it. And
I-
people are like, this guy's crazy. He's going to tank his movies.
You know what?
Which was awesome. Sorry to cut you off. But
Well,
War of the Worlds made over $500 million. And this was like him promoting the movie. They're like, oh, the movie's going to fail. It fucking kicked ass.
Well, dude, it's funny. I was talking to somebody recently about Tom Cruise, and I'm like, he's got the Scientology stuff's whatever. I don't know that much about it, and I know he's very close with the leaders, and they're into some bad shit, I think. But I'm like, he's never had like no women as far as come
That's
out
so
and said he's
true,
been
yeah.
creepy. And then
That's true.
And then this person was like, well, it's like he's probably paid people off, and it's like. That's just like a shitty thing to assume.
Yeah, it is.
That like not to say that like I don't know. I'm like there's no proof.
Yeah.
There's no
Right,
proof. You're
right.
just assuming because he's at that level with other people that he.
But
did.
given
I'm like,
he's at that level, shouldn't someone, after all these other people have come out against these minor
course.
celebrities,
yeah. I'm like he's
unless they're like
he's like
scared
the only
for their
one.
lives that Scientology is
Which,
gonna fuck them up.
Who knows?
Maybe,
But the rumor is that he's gay.
right.
And that Scientology's like keeping.
And
him.
a lot of men have come forward saying that he's.
I mean, I've heard I've heard some
kidding.
stories of, but I mean, this is like friend of a friend of a friend who knew someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of gave him a telephone, but that he like hooks up with dudes.
Okay.
Which, but who knows?
So there's the chance.
These guys need
So
to
you're
know
saying
it's
there's a
okay to be
chance?
bi. At that generation, it's still unfortunate for them because they're still like who's the other guy
it's
who's
fine. Travolta.
yeah
Yeah.
If you could if they were just okay with saying bi,
But also, that might be the cool part of it, you know?
yeah, keeping it a secret.
Yeah. Gang ain't fun
Because
when it's
that
out in the
does-
open.
That keeping it in.
Yeah. Once
does-
weed became
it's
legalized, it got a little lame.
Yeah.
So true.
It's fun to
It's
be.
true. I mean, look at this guy. He's got planes in his backyard, Travolta, and Tom's flying off of him.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You used to only be able to get gay sex at the truck stop. Now you can get gay sex at the bodega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the same.
I used to have my older brother's friend get me gay sex.
Yeah. And they didn't want to hang around.
Yeah.
You
Now they're
gonna-
making so much taxes off our gay sex we're buying from these stores.
Seriously.
We had a glory hole place where across the street from apartment I lived at.
Really?
You could rent a room and just boop.
Really?
Yeah.
Rent a
like
room.
karaoke.
Like you go.
They had separate.
Yeah, for birthdays.
I got a party.
Yeah.
That's
we had
crazy.
it was like a newer part of town, but the old sex shop still remained. Like the
Nice.
ones who were like, they didn't cave and sell
love
off to
that.
the apartments.
Wow.
It's all sweet greens and Blaze pizzas,
Yeah,
and they
just
just
a dirty sex
rent
shop
by
on the
room
counter.
hour glory
No
hole.
windows. There was like Adobe, and you could go in there and get some stuff, but there were also the rooms.
So
Yeah.
someone just hangs back, or like.
I think, I think the rumor, and I could be stretching the truth, but I think the rumor is the cashier
Cashier what?
would be the guy.
Oh, right.
He had
'cause
a
you
bunch
don't-
of sleeved, like bodysuit of like kind of dead bear doll.
What? I don't even
I'm
know
sorry?
what that means.
Like, you know, like a teddy bear.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
But like kind of like grim, like X's in the eyes.
Yeah.
Like a tattoo.
Yeah.
Like just covered
Tattooed.
in like, yeah.
Okay, I'm
Tattoos
thinking
of,
there's
like-
literally, on the outside of a semi, there will be like a dirty teddy bear.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I
Yeah,
thought that
yeah.
was like on his jacket, like
Yeah.
covered in dead teddy bears. So he's the guy because you would always see him, and his polo was always kind of wet around the collar.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
cash your credit. About science, the one thing that I do like about Scientology is that it's the opposite of Catholicism. It assumes that man is perfect. Man is the perfect being, and we are made impure. Now this is where it goes off the reservation by these immortal alien spirits.
The aliens are a big part of it.
Yeah,
right?
so if I could sum it up the most succinctly as possible, Xenu is
Yeah.
the galactic overlord.
Sick.
Xenu, already cool. I'm already in.
Xenu.
I've already donated 1,000. Xenu brought all these alien souls called all these aliens called Thetans or something to Earth in spaceships, surrounded a volcano with all these
Yeah.
pods of Thetans, blew them up with hydrogen bombs,
Yeah.
and then released their souls, which are immortal, to the Earth. And then, so throughout history, humans have been infected with these immortal alien souls that pass on through different lives. And so one thing you do in Scientology is past life regression, where you live like these other lives that your Thetans have lived.
That's fun.
And the goal of Scientology is to purge all of these evil aliens from you so that you can become the fully realized perfect human you were always meant to be.
Wow.
It's pretty actually
So-
awesome.
So
It's pretty cool.
So everyone has a Thetan in them.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. And the higher levels, then the less you have in you. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
right, because when you're totally clear, I guess that means you're you're untainted by the souls.
And Tom is for sure that.
Oh, yeah, you
yeah.
can see right through him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well,
baby.
they tell you like all of his sisters are Scientologists, by the way.
You think so? The sisters got him into it. Is that what
No,
it
I
is?
don't know. I don't think
there's
so.
a lot of celebs got into it. Around
Yeah.
that time. That and Kabbalah. Remember Kabbalah?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I
though.
believe Kabbalah is like a weird sect of Judaism.
Oh, yeah,
or,
yeah.
Or like there's like
Yes.
there's like an
It's
offshoot
a
of
mystic.
it. Yeah. And they would wear a red like yarn bracelet,
Okay.
like Madonna, Ashton Kutcher. I remember Demi Moore. Like
Okay.
that was just like a fad religion. Too.
What do they do?
I don't know. I don't think it wasn't as controversial as
Yeah, Scientology is
Scientology.
big.
Yeah, yeah. His sister. So the public. Just back to the Publicist for a sec. It's so funny that Tom gets in all this hot water because he's talking Scientology. He's like railing against psychiatry, and that gets him in all this shit. And then he fires his sister. But his sister was like, "Hey man, I was just telling you to do you." And he's like, "You're fired."
Wow.
Like that was a dumb move. She's like, "Yeah, but it was just you."
Do we know
He's like, "You
anything
shouldn't
about
have told me to be
his
you."
sister currently?
Yes, they all. So LeeAnn, Cass, and there's one more. All live in this compound in Clearwater, Florida, where the flag land base of Scientology is.
Wow.
So they all live like in the condo, either in the building or next to the building.
Wow.
So and Tom was like, I would love. He's very close with all his sisters. He's like, I would love to live with my sisters one day, and I think he does. I think they all live in Clearwater in this like huge condo.
Wow.
That's
a
pretty
condo. Cruise
Yeah,
cruise
what?
in a condo.
Cruising a condo. I mean, it's one of his.
He's
many.
dating-
It's a luxury condo.
He's
Yeah.
supposedly dating Ana de Armas now.
Yes,
What?
I heard that.
It could be who knows? It might be a publicity
I
thing.
heard that.
But there's a movie with Ana de Armas and some other babe where they show up to Keanu Reeves' house, or Keanu the actor, show up to his house and it's like raining and they're just his wife's out of town and they like have a threesome with him in the shower.
Well,
and then like extort him. I've only seen the shower scene.
Me too. I've only Googled Ana de Armas nude.
Oh god.
Leaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is
very hot.
I'm excited to see her new film, Ballerina.
Oh, I didn't know she's in one.
It's in the John Wick world.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
I think I saw this preview.
It's Lady John Wick, yeah.
I'm less excited. It's Lady John Wick.
Lady John Wick.
Joanna Wick.
John Wick.
I'm not into it.
Dan Wicks.
Dan Wicks.
Jan Wicks.
Jan Wicks.
But so he fires his sister, and then he has like a pretty big slump.
He does have a slump.
What's a slump meaning? No roles or bad roles?
Poorly grossing movies.
Yeah.
But they say he has a slump, and it's for movies that he doesn't write or direct, or he's just an actor. So it's like, is that really your fault? No. He did this Robert Redford film that bombed with Meryl Streep and Valkyrie. And then Night and Day, I saw that in theater.
I owned Night and Day on Blu-ray.
I thought it was all right, him and Cameron Diaz. But I don't think any of those are his fault.
Yeah.
But what really revamped his shit was Mission Impossible 3.
Yes.
I believe. And then did a total. He used to take these like weird, interesting kind of like acting, more acting roles. And I'm excited. I think I do believe he's going to come back and do some more of that.
I hope
as he gets older. He'll keep doing some stunts, but he will physically age out of doing that shit. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see like cool, interesting.
I want to see Planet Earth 17 narrated by Tom Cruise.
Come on, baby.
It's just all deserts. It's all deserts and machines.
With like Mission Impossible, when he's doing these stunts, are the other actors on the side like,
yes,
there he goes again?
Yeah, there's videos of behind the scenes because in the last Mission Impossible movie, he drove a motorcycle off a ramp off a cliff with a parachute.
I saw these takes.
Yep, I saw those.
Crazy.
And like Simon Pegg will be there and just be like, "Oh my god, this is insane."
Yeah.
And in this new one, he
eating some watermelon at the fruit table.
Dude, in the new one, he's hanging from a side of like a small old airplane, and like from the
I saw that
from the wings, like,
and it's in
around.
like the Colorado. It looks like a. Is it in the Grand Canyon?
I believe it's in Africa.
He's in a canyon.
It's in like a canyon, yeah.
Wow.
It's a lesser canyon.
And the reason they do that in these canyons for the film is because if they were just in the sky, you can't tell how fast they're going. Because you have to have it in, at least on camera.
Yeah.
Because you have to have something like that's static.
What if they have a little speedometer on the bottom left?
You just keep cutting to it.
Whoa!
But like for Top Gun Maverick, he actually knows how to fly these planes.
Wow.
And he specifically, I'm sure with the help of actual military people and pilots, but like led all the other actors in this Tom Cruise training program to like teach them how to act while being in the plane. Like they have to know like where the cameras are, where the sun is.
You got to be worried if you're Tom, and also anyone on the set. Like if Tom dies, we don't have a job anymore.
Yeah,
we're out of a whole job if Tom dies.
I saw a thing. It was during the pandemic. All the movies were shut down. TC calls one of the studios and is like asking about production, and he's like, well, we're moving ahead with our movie, and they're like, what? And he goes, yeah, we're moving ahead. He was lying. But then that got them starting to freak out, where they're like, well, if Universal or whatever is making their movie and we're not making movies, we're falling behind. So then he calls the other one and says like, I heard Paramount's making a movie, and like basically on a lie got everyone fired and like started production again.
Wow.
That's why people say he saved Hollywood.
Well, this story just came out, but like people were saying because like it was the movie theater experience post with Top Gun Maverick and all this stuff, but like legitimately to an extent he did, because only him.
Mom said I could go.
Yeah, as an actor, he's probably the only one who could maybe a Brad Pitt, but probably not could like call and like get that kind of shit greenlit.
Wow,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Tall. Well, how tall is this guy? 5'6"?
Yeah,
wow.
I think so.
No way.
Well, I don't know. It's listed.
Well, that would explain all the ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
5'6".
I'm sure he's not that
Can't
short,
be that
but
short.
they
He's probably 5'8".
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. 5'6"
5'6"
is small. That's Pequeno.
I thought he was small.
I don't know.
I don't think he's like insanely small, but like there was always
when he's climbing up the Burj Khalifa, nobody looks tall.
There was always a rumor that like they had to like lower the doors on sets to like make him look taller. And
tall Cruise.
But that's like a normal thing, not the door thing, but like
perspective.
The hero
shift.
has to be tall. Yeah.
Yeah, or like
Gandalf.
or like they would put like Nicole Kidman or somebody in like a rut in the floor so they look
Yeah.
same height. But that was his wife for a while.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was also married to Nicole Kidman?
He was. When she had, like, she was very ginger looking and, like, no eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
I think she looks better now.
You see Baby Girl?
No.
It's good.
I saw the Netflix thing she was in or something.
I don't know.
Summer House or whatever.
Baby Girl is the one where she is like
she was always fighting with Hannah.
Yeah.
older lady CEO that like starts hooking up with the intern.
Yeah, she's like an old
Ooh.
sex pot.
It's cool.
A sex vase.
Huh.
Sex vase.
An old sex urn. I had something else about Tommy boy.
Tommy baby.
Well, one thing about Scientology, which I feel like Tom's tapped into, is Cass, the other sister, leads instructional courses on how to like up your level in Scientology. And one of the things that she's been certified in is a level called like superpowers. Like they think that once you're clear enough and at a high enough thetan thing, you get powers.
I
You
mean,
know?
If
Knives come out of your knuckles and you can, I don't know, have laser vision.
if like basing it off of Tom Cruise, I would say,
I would believe it, right?
Yeah.
If anyone.
Amazing for the Church of Scientology though to have somebody like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
To be
because
like, when
It
he's
kind of
signing the paper-
validates all their
Yeah.
shit.
they need him
So
way
much.
more than he needs
Yeah,
them.
of
Their
course.
membership is declining. It's at 20,000. They're basically endangered.
They're 20,000.
So if you see a Scientologist
20,003.
20,003. Yes.
It's powers, baby.
If you see a Scientologist nest in the wild, you're not allowed to disturb it because they're critically endangered. But yeah, they need Tom way more because like he's proof that it works.
Something's working.
Something's working.
Wait, what kind of powers do you know?
They were very vague about it, but just like perception. I think kind of like limitless.
Okay.
I don't think flying
But like
is on there, but I think
Laser
accessing the
focus.
whole,
Well, I mean,
all 100% of your
These
brain.
guys haven't done Adderall, huh?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Tom Cruise says he watches a movie a day and he like eats a bucket of popcorn a day. Watching
Really?
his movies. He's a great guy.
in it,
He's
dude.
awesome.
He's a great guy.
He's the best.
I'd let him watch my kid.
He's the best of us.
Yeah.
And he's close with his kids.
That
He
is
has
a
one
good
kid.
question.
What?
He has one kid.
Oh, okay. It's
Suri?
daughter.
No, he has a few kids, right?
I thought he only had one.
Suri?
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 I mean, unless he has some with Nicole Kidman, but I'm not sure.
No, I know that he has one with Katie.
That- yeah,
and there's an
that's-
interesting Scientology thing with that because Katie was deemed by Scientology an SP, a suppressive person.
Suppressive.
Yes,
person.
and they gave an acronym to Suri too, which is PTS, which means potential trouble source.
Whoa.
Oh.
So, but I saw this video that says that Katie might have done all this intentionally because technically, if you're an SP or a PTS, the member of Scientology is not allowed to communicate with them.
What? Wow. So she. Wow.
So because the court granted Tom very generous custody visitation rights, and I guess if you're Katie and you don't like him anymore, you'd be like, well, I don't want to see this guy so much. So I'm gonna become an SP, make my daughter a PTS, get this POS out of my life.
There we go.
Yeah,
How do you get deemed that?
it's just by the church. Just a church, the big red seal and some white smoke, and you're a PTS.
Damn.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to check this place out.
It's a good organization. I
Yeah.
think it's run well. They got cool buildings.
They got labels.
Have
acronyms.
you ever
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Have you seen their buildings in LA?
label makers.
Yeah.
The celebrity one and
Yeah.
yeah.
There's one in Phoenix. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
big brick one.
Oh, there's a big one in
Phoenix.
Chicago too.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy you see them in these metropolitan cities and you're like, I forgot about you.
Boston, there's a big one.
Yeah,
It's
they-
beautiful. I thought it was a museum,
They build them big.
and in a way, it is to the best of man.
I
can
wonder
be.
how
Yeah.
they're still affording those if all their membership's declining.
They are, but I think it's like everyone is so rich. So,
Well, do you have to pay a certain amount, I think, to get to a certain level?
so
I thought it
Tom
was like
on the books,
$250K.
Tom has donated 2.5 million, but it's
Okay.
got to be more.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
for
got to
sure.
be more because he made 100 million on War of the Worlds, right? That was his rate.
Well,
He had a rate. He had
No.
a rate of 100 million for one of the movies,
Well,
I don't know if 100 million.
including the back pay
Oh,
of the
right,
movies
with the points,
not the
yeah.
upfront,
Wow.
not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
upfront.
He's the best.
But you know what's kind of interesting that he got. I don't know if he got shunned from Hollywood or if it was kind of like a self-imposed isolation with like the franchising of Mission Impossible and like that's his main thing now. But he kind of did what like Rogan did with comedy. He's like, I'm just going to do my own whole thing and make an empire for myself, which is his Mission Impossible because he doesn't do other movies right
Well,
now.
I mean, he did Top Gun Maverick. That came out a year ago or 2 years ago.
Okay, I guess I'd consider
then-
that in the family, but it's not.
No. Well, I mean,
You're like, watch how you talk about my holy scripture.
the director of the last couple Mission Impossibles though did like help writing Top Gun Maverick.
Okay. It just feels like he's in his own ecosystem.
Yeah, it does. It's
currently.
Like it feels like he did the Jack Reacher films.
Yeah, I saw
he did
Jack
a couple,
Reacher,
couple of those.
I thought I
did
wanted
a
to,
Mummy.
but I thought it was named too. I'm like, what the fuck is Jack Reacher? I'm not interested.
It's like isn't that like a Tom Clancy?
Yeah,
novel?
I think
it's
it
like a
is,
Tom
but I was
Clancy
like,
thing.
this seems dumb.
There's been a
Yeah.
bunch of Jack Reachers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack Reach Around.
Mhm.
Exactly.
That's my nickname.
He did like
At the Glory
a
Hole.
mummy movie. He was in Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Classic.
2007, right?
Yeah.
I hate when people talk about that movie and they're like, well, there's some parts that haven't aged well. It's like, blackface wasn't cool then. It
Yeah.
was like a joke. It was
Yeah.
a satire.
And
it wasn't like,
dude,
yeah, we love blackface. It
Yeah.
was 2008.
well, no, it's funny. Every few years,
It's so stupid.
somebody will try to like blow it up again, and then like, or be like, "This is insane," and then like a bunch of black people on Twitter will be like, "This was funny,
Yeah.
Shut
but
up.
only that." Like,
Yeah.
Only
and-
then
and
will they
dude,
relent.
you can watch interviews of the time too. They weren't cavalier with this whole thing. They're like, if we don't nail this,
Yeah.
it's gonna be bad.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
they had to get it so perfect, or else it would have been horrible.
Whose ass was on the like? Who was it? An actor who produced that, or
I mean, Ben Stiller like wrote and directed it.
it was?
And
Okay.
Justin Theroux. Yeah,
Okay,
wrote
so
it.
yeah, Ben was probably
Yeah, but I mean,
biting
Robert
his
Downey
nails.
Jr. was doing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's Iron Man.
And now he's Iron Man.
Yeah,
This was post Iron Man, I believe, the first Iron Man.
yeah.
That was his
It'd
comeback.
been funny if they replaced him.
But then Tom Cruise playing Lex Grossman wearing the fat suit, so good,
Yeah,
dancing.
dancing. That was his decision.
I know. I want to have fat hands and I want to dance.
Fat hands and I want to dance.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he's great. Cass Cruz or Cass Moffater.
Moffater?
I think it's Moffater.
Okay.
Thermophater. Her husband, Greg, has this company called Criminon or Silmarillion or something, and they do Scientology educational outreach in prisons,
Oh,
which is how you
wow.
know they need members. They
Yeah.
have no money. They can't even post bail.
Damn.
They need, like, they're scraping, dude. They have
I'm-
20K and dwindling.
I'm telling you, if I go to prison, I'm not going Scientology.
Yeah, you can't go.
I'm
Scientology.
going
I'm
white Aryan race.
Yeah.
I'm going-
That's the
Black
only way to go.
Panther.
Yeah, I'm going
Black Panther would be
black.
good.
I'm going Aryan or Black Israelite.
Yeah.
Passing out pamphlets at lunch.
Yeah, dude. I don't think the sign.
I'm the dude who got arrested as the dude who sold the crack. you do
Sci-
blackface all of prison.
the Scientology.
You get out, wipe
fucking-
it off, and then everyone's like, "Oh shit!"
I just wouldn't trust those boys to protect me.
They would never protect you. They'd be like, pray to your thetan that he will protect you.
Yeah, just eat your vitamins and do your push-ups.
Yeah.
L. Ron,
Nobody's safe. Tory
L. Ron
Lanez.
Hubbard will see you through.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Scientology too, isn't it all based off like a science fiction novel?
Yes,
I think-
it's,
yeah,
it's
Ron L.
literally a
Hubbard.
space opera.
I thought he did it like kind of as a like. I bet
L.
you.
Ron?
Yeah, L. Ron.
L. Ron. Yeah,
I
what's
thought
the
he-
L? Lorne?
It's Spanish for the Ron.
Yeah, wasn't it like I bet I could start a religion?
Oh yeah, it was a drunken
I
dare.
think that was like the say I won't.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, not to say that it's not predatory, I'm sure, and insane, but it's one of those like, I don't know. If you look at a lot of them, they all seem kind of like stories.
Yeah.
Like this
well,
was
the
just
Mormon
weird and
thing's
new.
crazy. It's like tablets
Yeah.
or whatever. What is it?
Yeah.
Commandments? Tablets aren't crazy. We've had
Wasn't-
tablets for a while.
It wasn't Mormon like John Smith or whatever. Like just like this is the
Yeah,
story
he brought
of
an
Mormon.
iPad down from the mount.
Yeah.
with all the rules.
But it was
on
like,
it.
but like
It was a
that.
Zune actually.
Wait, you got to scroll. There's more rules.
But
Yeah.
the Garden of Eden was in like America or something.
Yeah.
yeah, it was American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I like that it's kind of like Satanism, where it places humanity on a higher pedestal than these other religions that all presuppose original sin. And you got to be guilty, and you got to
Yeah.
feel shame.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we got original sin, baby. It's called evil alien spirits.
Yeah, that's not
that's
us.
That's
Yeah.
the evil sin.
So that was my evil alien talking.
yeah.
Sorry, I acted up last night. That was my thetan. not
Sorry,
me.
babe. That was my thetan.
Yeah.
I was not in my right mind.
My thetan be going crazy
My
for you, baby.
thetan- I'm feeling my thetan come out
Not
right now.
translucent at all last
You guys see
night.
my yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was opaque as shit.
Have you guys seen any of the Mission Impossible films?
No.
Yeah, I've seen some.
Well, there's 8 of them, so you
There's
should.
8.
Yeah.
They're catching up to Fast and Furious.
Yeah, this one's supposedly the last one within the Tom Cruise universe of them.
I think
But who
Katie
knows?
Holmes is going to be in 9.
Oh yeah, comeback of the century.
Mission Impossible Ghostbusters 9.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything anymore, right? Like acting.
I think she'll pop into some stuff every now and then.
Okay.
But yeah,
Was she an actor? That's her
Yeah.
fame.
She was Rachel in Batman Begins.
Yes,
Katie Holmes.
Yes.
She's done other stuff.
Yeah.
I like when these actors go to Broadway.
Get Tom Cruise on Broadway.
That would be great.
That'd be good.
Mission Impossible to play.
The musical.
That would be great.
The Book of Elrond. He does like a campy musical
written
about
by the South Park guys.
Yeah. He got pretty pissed at the South Park guys.
Cruise did.
Yeah. Well, it was like they drew his Muhammad. They went for the.
Oh sure.
They went for the kill.
Yeah.
With calling him gay and crazy.
Sure.
Yeah.
They go after everybody.
He's fine. Yeah, that's their whole thing is the.
Oh, I'm not saying they did a wrong thing. I'm just saying in his mind.
Oh yeah.
They drew his Muhammad.
Yeah.
You know. I'm gonna start saying that when people really rub me the wrong way.
Drew
my Muhammad there.
Yeah. Dude.
What else about Cruz?
What else? Got anything on his sisters? On his fam?
I said the stuff that I had. There's one other Marian that I don't know too much about. I mean, I know they're all Scientologists.
It's interesting to have the whole family roped in. That had to be such a crazy callback to be like, you're not going to believe this. I got Tom Cruise and his entire family.
And the Moffaters.
Sale of the year. Just because you got to be chill when he's signing the papers. Yeah, right there. Right there. And then he's like, okay, see you later. And then the guy collapses.
Back against the door.
Holy shit.
Does the silent celebration dance.
That had to be the biggest moment in someone's life, to sign Tom Cruise into Scientology.
Yeah.
Is that how it works though? Is it like sales?
I think it's got to be sales.
Well,
everything is sales.
They do like an audit or something, right?
Yeah.
Where you're supposed
like
to
therapy.
confess all your shit.
Yeah.
But
it just seems like an alternative.
I think they hold it over on you.
Yes.
Which is what therapists should do. I think it'd be way more effective if therapists blackmailed
you
you into changing.
I had
to tell everyone you showed your girlfriend your butthole.
Yeah.
On purpose.
I had a therapist say that where I had to set up some consequences for myself because I wasn't changing. And I was like, what if I do this and then I have to pay you a bunch of money or whatever? And he's like, okay. And then I was
He's like, well, you already do that.
Yeah. And then he was like,
It's
what
not
if you fail
working.
at that? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, then I'll tell Heather. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You
I'll kill Ricky. Dox me.
Yeah. Doxing would be. Yeah. It had to be something to
It'd
the
be funny
public.
for us to be doxxed though, because no one's gonna come to our houses.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love for
Yeah,
them
I'd
to
love
come
to be.
hang out.
Yeah, it'd be funny to see who showed up. It's like faking your own death. I'll dox myself just to see who's interested in burning me down. I do know that his dad was kind of like Elon's dad, pretty kind of like the dad I babysit for, kind of abusive and I don't know about abusive, but he was just like a shitty, immature guy.
Well, I was listening to a thing. Have you seen Magnolia?
I haven't.
It's good, and he plays this kind of like.
I'm familiar with the tree though.
Dude, Tom Cruise plays this wild role that's almost like a Andrew Tate-esque, like alpha male, like men, like. He talks about the power of the cock, and he's like giving these like this is like 1999, so he's like giving these speeches, these seminars. It's not like online, and he nails it. He's so good.
Wow.
But then it like is later revealed that he's kind of like a scared little boy, and like his dad's dying, and he has this great moment, like monologue of like him with his dad, and I think it's channeling a lot of the real feelings from his own.
Wow.
Dad. It's a really good scene. Yeah.
So there've been interviews with the dad.
Dad's out of his life. Dad's also
probably
dead.
dead now,
Dad's
yeah.
also dead.
Okay.
Mom, I don't know if she's still alive, but she was a big part in his life. Hard worker,
Well,
good relationship.
And did she have?
He's raised by women.
Did she have something with like medication that like might have put him on this like anti-mental health medication stuff? Or am I making? I could be making that up.
I don't know, but he doesn't like psychiatry because again, the Scientology teaches that we're all fine. He says in the Today interview, there's no such thing as a chemical imbalance.
Damn.
It's just
I've read the papers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've read the research papers. Have you?
Matt, you're being glib.
You being glib.
Matt, you're being glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is. You don't know what you're talking about, Matt.
I've read the papers.
I read the papers.
I know, but the thing is, he might have read the papers.
He might have read the papers.
Yeah, he probably
And
did.
when anyone tells me they've read the papers, I go, okay, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Charles was telling me about his wellness bullshit. Hey, man, I got a bunch of I go, hey, you're right. You got
What,
papers.
the funny papers?
Yeah, you got papers. The Sundays? I do know that that Marian is a real estate agent who works in Clearwater, Florida. It's like there's almost not a ton to know about the sisters because they're all so wrapped up in Scientology, and they all like all roads end in Clearwater, Florida. Like I think she will sell units in the condo,
Okay.
get the Skyview condo.
Scientology Vistas.
Yeah, and by the Greg's company is called Criminon to sell it to the prisoners.
It's like a company that would be in Dodgeball, the movie.
Yeah.
Criminon.
And then Cass was the reason that Tom got introduced, or actually walked up to Dustin Hoffman and got a role in Rain Man.
Oh, I've heard that.
They were hanging out at something that Dustin Hoffman was at. They're probably all at a Cracker Barrel. They saw Dustin Hoffman from across the way. You know, he's playing tiddlywinks or whatever as he's waiting for his food. And Cass is like, "You love him. Go talk to him." And Tom's like, I don't. That's ridiculous. Which already I love that instinct that he's like, no, I'm not going to bother him. And he's eating his corn muffin.
And Tom had been like an actor. He'd been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But Cass is like, go. If you don't, I'm gonna. And so Tom's like, fine. So he goes up to Dustin Hoffman, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't usually do this. And Dustin's like, Cruz.
Wow.
And Tom's like, oh, you know me. And then I'd like to do a movie with you. And then a year later, he sent him the script for Rain Man.
Wow.
And then
Have you seen Rain Man?
I haven't seen Rain
I've
Man.
seen bits and pieces of Rain Man.
Man's good.
I live it, baby.
Yes.
I live Rain Man. So the Cass helped him out with that.
Fun.
But their private life is really private. Like, we don't know a lot about the sisters.
But also I think Tom Cruise's life is pretty private. And that's why, to me, I consider him one of the last movie stars. Because
the mystique.
Because we don't know that much about him.
Yeah.
I mean, when I consider like a true movie star, it's like, there is that. It's like we see them as their characters or like maybe in interviews.
Yeah.
But they're doing at the Museum of the Moving Image, kind of by you, they're doing a Tom Cruise like retrospective of
Like a whole floor?
Well, they have a Mission Impossible exhibit right now.
That's cool.
Awesome. But they're doing like a bunch of Tom Cruise movies starting in a few weeks. I've already grabbed a few tickets.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to do a Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick double feature in a day. I got Tropic Thunder.
Just with you, or are you going to have a little party?
I'm just going myself.
Nice.
I mean, you guys can go.
Yeah, it's close to me. I'll come.
Yeah.
Is it during the day?
I'll check
it's on the weekends.
I'll check the flight
nice.
prices to see if I can get over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I always have
We
to
gotta
calm
move.
down when I get that time. There's always something with the train. I'm like, relax.
I
I use
know.
the walk to like cool down.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the same boat, dude. I'm having to drive through like, Williamsburg. Everyone's walking, everyone's parking. People are quadruple parking.
Yeah.
Like
Just horizontal.
yeah, dude. I mean, someone will double park on one side of the street, and then someone will be like, well, it'll be a great idea to double park on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
So now I have to thread the needle.
Yeah.
And there's like an 11-year-old pushing a 2-year-old in the stroller. It's madness. So yeah, getting to each other's apartments is
bad.
nuts. But maybe it keeps the fire alive. You know what I mean? Keeps
There's
the spark
fire.
going.
I get angry.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have that much more about the sisters, but we gotta still fill a little time here.
How much time we do?
Yeah, have we
Like an hour. I mean, this is not an hour because we kind of just shot the shit for like 10 or 12 minutes.
Well, do you have a favorite TC?
Ooh, favorite TC.
Or favorite part in a movie that he's done?
I mean, Tropic Thunder is pretty incredible as far as a bit part. Top Gun Maverick rocks my dick off. Mission Impossible Fallout, very, very good movie. Yeah, dude, the guy just rocks.
Yeah, what a hell of a life this guy's lived.
Well, I think that's what sounds like the most appealing thing about being like an actor to me is like getting to become other people, like and the people who really dive into the roles and like learn how to fly an airplane or something. That shit sounds
And then when
awesome.
you're done, you're rich.
And you're rich.
You're so rich. I do think that, well, at least I hope, that the mystique and all that will, they say pendulum's always swinging because now everybody's lives are out in the open. But I do want the swing back.
Well, did I ever tell you my theory on this? That if I was still in college studying cinema studies, this would have been like my thesis, that one of the reasons we don't have movie stars in the same way, partially because of the mystique and stuff, but I think because the majority of our media is consumed on small screens, especially ones like in our hands, where like Tom Cruise to me, unless I'm watching like an Instagram video,
He's
with him,
never on a small screen.
he is bigger than I am.
Yeah.
Now, like,
Even though he's 5'6".
yeah, he's huge. He's 100 feet tall. Yeah. It's like Oz, it's like godlike.
Yeah.
But and like when I have to go to him, it stays on until it's
I go to Tom's
until
house.
it's done.
Yeah.
I go to Tom's house.
It's a movie. I go there. I have to get myself there. It starts and it doesn't end until it's over.
Great point.
Where now if they're watching something on Instagram, they're holding us and they say, I don't want this anymore. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Or come back. I want it when I want it.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good thesis. Go back to school.
Or like even with streaming, like
Take out
it's
a
there when
bunch
I
of
want
debt.
it. It's everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah.
And it only exists when I want it to be in front of me. Where like I had to go here at 2 p.m. because that's when it started.
Yeah. So yeah, that gets to like the sacred space of the movies.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big thing that me and my dad would do. Like we would drive and not talk that much, and he'd have the AM radio on. It's like such an annoyingly low volume that you like could hear something but couldn't make it out, and it's like guys talking and it's all staticky.
More just a quiet car.
Yeah, that's just like white noise. Yeah, we'd chat a little bit, but then we go to the movie, and then it was nice.
Talk about the movie.
Yeah, talk about the movie.
Dude, I mean,
hang out next to each other.
Dude, with my dad, parents especially, but really with anybody, it's like the only time I'm like pretty sure my dad and I are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't have to like talk or like it's like we can just feel together, but next to each other.
I would think that too, but then we would leave and he'd be like, so what's going on with that guy? And I'm like, he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but why?
I
what do you think was going on with him?
I get made fun of for my movie tastes of how they're like, oh, Eric loves every movie. If it's a movie, it's good. And I'm like, which is kind of how I feel.
People shout on me for that as a kid too.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, yeah, sorry, I like stuff.
Yeah. It's annoying. I'm like, I would rather pick apart the film with the parts I like instead of the parts I didn't like. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my dad, if you
trash half full.
If you think I'm like weird, my dad loves
yeah.
He'll be like, that was really good. And I was like,
Matrix
that?
3.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Or we'll watch like an actual good like artistically made film, and he'll be like, I don't know. I'm like, he slept through half the thing. What are you talking about?
I feel that way because I haven't seen many movies. So every time I see a movie, I'm like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Good.
And they're like,
Movies
Joe
are
Dirt,
good.
and I'm like, yeah, instant
Dirt's
classic.
good.
Yeah.
Love Joe Dirt.
I
Life's a
love
Garden.
not looking at my phone for an hour and a half.
Dude, that's the other reason I go to the theater all the time. I know I'm gonna sit here for 2 hours. My phone isn't away.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Plug This. Please sponsor us. Got the brick. I think I've told you guys
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
you got it?
Best thing ever.
I've been thinking about it.
It's
Bricked
the best.
up.
I'm bricked.
It's the best. Because now, I mean, I need to be always be posting more, but you take away all that emotion, brick up, you get a little thing filmed, unbrick, say brick.
Where do you put your
Hop in
brick?
your ice bath.
Lately, I've been kind of, this happened to me. I
I'll
try
pop
to
his
put it-
butthole, so it's a reward.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I go, babe.
Come on.
What's it look
Come
like
on.
now?
Nah, you haven't,
Come on.
You haven't edited enough.
Scan it.
Brick me.
I try to put it like under the couch or something where I have to be like, if I do have a moment of weakness, like I want to check my Instagram.
It's annoying to get.
I'm like, really, I'm gonna lift the couch and under the dead cat and find this thing.
Yeah.
But
Ricky won.
It's really helped every social media kind of just see it as like a sales tool of like I have to put something in here to succeed, other than like scrolling and being like, oh, I didn't make that. That's funny. That's funnier than me.
That's funny to put it behind or under the couch, and then you have to do the lift of shame.
Yeah.
The give up lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really,
It's like putting porn at the top of a mountain. You're like, do I really want to fucking lug myself all the way up there just
good. It's really helped being.
off?
But you also do this because I just started to try to stay true to it at the hangs. So I've been at like hangs recently where I'm just bounce around the city by myself, and then I'll pop into the stand or whatever and be at the comic table. I had this a couple days ago, and it's just the way things are. But everybody's on their phone, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to be.
When you go out, do you take the brick with you?
No, I leave it at home. So I'm dedicated to being blocked.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then I'm like just looking at photos or I'm writing.
That's interesting. What if like you got like an Instagram message?
That's what I
the whole
wonder
thing.
about. But also I'm like, who's hitting me up on Instagram right now? Like
I'm
people
unbooked. Nobody wants me.
Yeah, I'm like, nothing's
it's
on the books.
Not
People
the type
text
of
me.
life I'm leading right
But
now.
I'll send texts on the way. I'll do some little texts on the way. Anybody out tonight? And then I'll start like hey, contact me here. Like,
Do you what apps do you shut off on the brick?
all social media, and because I did this a couple times, broke the porn fast, the app store, because I found my weakness because
They're porn apps?
the Pornhub app? No, well, I'll download an alternative internet. like Firefox.
Oh, you
then,
sneaky little bitch.
You know,
yeah, Junkies always find a way.
Gonna find his nut.
Yeah, it's going to find it.
So then I have to delete or block the App Store.
Or on Opera, signing into your Instagram.
Yeah, I'm on DuckDuckGo. But it's great. It really takes it all away. And I noticed that like on the days, because like right now I don't like my job anymore because what's going to happen. So that creates like the bad, like, just look at my phone. I don't want to work. But the moments that I go back to the death scroll, of course there's like some really funny sketches out there that our friends all make. But then I'm like, I'm sad. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I'm just doing this looking for something, but I never find anything that feels, you know. But it's great.
Fuck yeah. All right, cool.
It's kind of wild. It's like the Men in Black mind eraser pen because I'll go on Instagram with the intention of DMing someone about something productive.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, what the fuck is that? And then I'll forget, and then I'll put my phone away, and I'm like, wait, what was I doing?
Yes.
Yep. And I'm, dude. I was telling Charles this. I took like this ADHD test for this like psychiatry intake, which now I'm off because I'm on a new path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The queer path.
I don't want to be I don't want to be an SP or a PTS.
You should bring it up in therapy. Just sneak it in. Does that have to do with my thetan?
Yeah. When do we do the auditing?
Yeah.
But the last question, it was, do you ever feel like people are messing with your mind? And I put yes because I was like, yeah, I get distracted and confused, but that's sent off a bunch of warning flags. And they called me up.
Suicide watch.
Yeah. A guy broke down my door and took me away in a
like that. You were like
van,
like psychosis.
Yeah. That like schizophrenia, like hearing voices.
Sure.
And I'm like, no, but I do pick up my phone. I forget what I was doing on my phone when I'm on Instagram. So I do think Zuck's messing with my mind.
Yeah.
He counts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just open it and it's just all tits.
It's a lot of tits.
It's tits and people who are funnier than me. It's a bad place.
Yeah.
It's no good.
It's funny to have that in your mind though, just to be like, they're funnier than me. I don't know. Just to be like, yeah, I mean they are.
Yeah, they're tits.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I'm not even like if a hot girl walks by me and I know that she has a butt because I can see it from the front, I won't even look back because I'm like, it's a butt. I mean, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'll look at one if one's. I mean, I am flesh and blood.
What if you look and you see the butt? Are you going to try to see the face?
Interesting. Never had any interest in the face. Actually, I'm a butt man.
Sometimes I want to see what the front looks like, but other times I'm like, you know what? I don't want to ruin this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You like the? I always like the strategy. There's a butt coming this way from like a block away, or like a hot person. You go, oh well, I'm looking this way now. So then when they come by, or the walking by a building, what's in that building? And there's a reflection.
You're like a fucking eel hiding in the coral, waiting for a fish to swim by. You're like, no, they'll come to me.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Eventually,
they'll just
I
hang
put my
out.
sunglasses on, my surgical mask.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh,
yeah. It's totally overcast. I got shades on. Yeah.
My buddy, when I was on the swim team, I'd never been on swim, and I joined like the swim team that they were all friends together. Like I was the new guy, and one buddy goes, "Okay, come with me. I'll get you the goggles and the stuff you need to wear, like the best stuff." And he got mirrored goggles for all of us, and I was like, "Whoa, state of the art." He goes, "No," and then every time in swim, they would be like, "Okay, you go first." And he goes, "I'm feeling tired. I need to go second." Kelly, you go first, and then he'd go second. Just go. He goes, you can look at their ass the whole time, but they can't see. No one knows where you're looking. Yeah.
That is. But for freestyle, you're supposed to have your head down.
Yeah. I mean, you just looked up.
Yeah, true.
You're good enough at swim. You don't need the aerodynamics. Your arms are strong enough.
Yeah.
Keep up.
I guess the head drag from this isn't. Yeah. You're not
following in the wake.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That butthole wake.
Kelly's wake.
Yeah.
Alan Wake.
Could be it. What is it, an hour?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weekday. We can also do other more pods, more thought out pods.
I know. I thought I had one more Scientology thing now. Oh, this was it. It was just a question. How much money would you give to Scientology if they could guarantee you like Tom Cruise level performance?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's...
Not that you're going to be famous, but just that you're going to be like, you're going to have his confidence, his energy.
All of it. All my money.
All your money?
But
because that would probably lead to success.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah, all of it.
Bad question.
Jump off of stuff.
Yeah.
True.
Jump off of stuff. Be on planes.
I love jumping off of stuff.
Yeah. What's the highest thing? How about this for a better question? What's the highest thing you ever jumped off?
I did a quarry.
A quarry?
A quarry. They filled it with water.
Yeah.
And I was at a cliff dove.
I bet people die a lot in those quarries from that, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's pretty deep. A quarry's pretty deep.
No, sure. When I think of a quarry, though, I think of like a salt one that's like there's jagged edges and there's shelves.
Yeah.
You hitting a shelf?
Maybe. I was pretty terrified.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how high was that, you think?
I don't know. It felt pretty high. It was that amount of...
How high were you?
You ran out of scream.
Oh.
Where you're like, ah!
What? I didn't know I needed a second emotion.
Yeah.
This falls so long. What about you, Eric?
I mean, I've jumped out of planes.
You've skydove.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
skydiving.
I'm so terrified
A bunch
of
of
that.
times.
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Really?
Oh, you did iFly.
Yeah.
But
I did like 16 or 17 times out of the plane.
Wow, really?
I think so, yeah.
You could probably teach legit skydiving.
No, I need to do a lot more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it just thrill?
It's sick, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
It
fun.
was really awesome.
Is it like a reset like everybody says?
Kinda.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Everybody says like a mental clarity.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
like
mean,
a mushroom thing or like one of those?
sort of. You're just like, then you're just like, oh, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I like dove out of a plane and then survived, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it rocks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's on my list to keep doing. No parachute. Just go.
See if these powers are real.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Highest thing I've ever jumped off. Yeah, it was probably like a waterfall or something into a creek or something.
Okay.
It's probably like 20 or 30 feet.
Jumped off of some like bridges in, like small like
Yeah,
lake.
I've never
lake
jumped off a
bridges.
bridge into like, I'd like to though.
Lake bridge.
I always look
Yeah.
over and go, I don't think I'd die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be
It's pretty.
fine. It's the current though, the undertow.
Yeah, scary.
The camel toe, that'll get you.
Yeah. I got scuba certified in a day in Thailand because
That sounds
it was
fake,
pretty
yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Pretty scary. We
Dude.
went out into the sea and
The ocean freaks me out. There's a
Yeah.
sweet submarine scene in the new Top Gun,
Uh-huh.
and it, like TC's swimming around in there. It's wild.
What do you mean?
Like
Next
he's
to the
just-
sub?
He's in the sub.
He's
It's-
swimming in the...
it's
Oh,
like
it's
down-
taking on water?
Yeah, I mean, like it's a sunken sub. He has to go down into like to find
Okay.
this submarine that's been sunk,
Got it.
and it's just in the IMAX. It's huge. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sick.
it is cool. You do feel like you're flying, but also you're like, I'm in a void of nothing. Like,
Yeah.
How deep do you go?
We went really deep. We went into a formation into like a cave.
That's scary.
We were like
That's really
in-
scary.
To where like you have to just like
What?
Just
soccer team Thailand boy it or
Just
whatever.
trust
Yeah.
the process of
Really
continue.
scared. I was terrified.
Did you go through or you come
Yeah.
back out? Oh,
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
And you can't panic, or else then
No.
you suck up all your oxygen.
And I'm a big I mean I can't believe I actually thinking about that. It's crazy.
I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would not do that now.
No. Maybe.
If I was like 30th birthday, come on, let's go.
Well, I spent a long time. I had to go on the top for a while because my ears were in so much pain.
Oh,
Took me a really long time.
to get the bends.
Yeah, to get everything.
Is that what sharks are doing at the top? Just like, oh, my fucking ears.
Yeah, it's so deep
I just
down
gotta
there.
chill for a sec
Yeah.
up here.
The bends. The decompression.
Yeah, I had
the
to like.
bands.
Yeah, I couldn't even get. Well, also, I think with scuba diving, I think what keeps you safe is knowing that you can suck on your buddy's teat. There's like a emergency. There's like an emergency valve on everybody's tit. So if you run out of water, you can be like, and like,
Mommy.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can save
Yeah.
yourself with
I mean,
your
that's
friend.
what keeps me safe on land. I just didn't
Yeah.
know it also applied in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go up to your buddy and you're like, but you all
Mike.
you go like, hey,
Hey, I'm sucking your tit.
yeah, you do you pick your tit bud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that might be it.
Yeah, all right,
think-
little
I think
Wednesday night
I
pod.
think we can call it. Eric, thanks for coming out, man.
Thanks for having me.
Plug your shit.
It's Erik Scott Comedy on all the stuff. Eric with a K. And yeah, do me a favor, go see Top Gun. Or no, go see those. Go see the new Mission Impossible. Support live cinema.
And that'd be a
Live
favor
cinema.
to Eric.
That'd be a favor for me.
If you do that.
And
So
my
he'd
close
really
personal friend Tom
appreciate it.
Cruise.
And if enough people go see Top Gun, we will be releasing Eric's home address.
Yes, please.
Charles.
Charles_Ingle everywhere, and I'll be with Chappelle Lacey at his upcoming dates. So check those out.
Nice.
All right.
At Zach Russell Comedy, at Overshadowed_podcast. Mike really calls it Underspace. Pretty weird.
Yeah.
Leave a review for the pod. Check out the Mike Riley episode. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And he throws stuff at the
Oh,
house.
he throws
and he
stuff.
gets drunk.
I thought he was a dork.
Yeah, but he's strong.
He could be a
He's a
dangerous
power
dork.
nerd.
I think he might. I'm guarantee he'll stalk her new place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's initiating the divorce?
Her. I would imagine. I didn't ask. I want to see if it was mutual.
Yeah, I'd like to see her.
I've shown you.